mentioned the violence in New York City. It's leading to questions about the NYPD's response, especially the use of force by officers. So joining us now is New York City Police Commissioner Dermot Shea. Commissioner Shea, good morning. I want to get right to that video we just saw. Two New York City police cruisers accelerating into protesters. I know you said you employ a light touch. That certainly didn't look like a light touch.
Yep. Let's look at the context for a second then. In a very volatile situation over a series of days, we've had numerous encounters where organized crowds, not peaceful protests, organized crowds are intentionally trying to ambush police officers in cars. It's not being widely reported. It's a fact. It's a fact. We've had officers try to be burned alive in cars. We have officers trying to be blocked in with roadblocks and then surrounded and attacked and pulled out of cars while they're in them. That's what the officers have been dealing with over the course of 3 or 4 days. Unfortunate, but that is a reality. So that's the backdrop of this call. The officers are on patrol in a very volatile situation, getting a call for assistance, which they're trying to go to, and they're immediately penned in. You see the crowd surge around them. You see the barricades being placed and held there. This is not happenstance. This is intentional. It's criminal activity. You see somebody throw a bag, and the report is a bag and trying to light a car, the police car, on fire onto the roof of the car. So that's the reports. I would ask you, you are those officers, what would you do? You can't go backwards. You can't go forwards. They're not letting you. You're trying to get out of there. You've had officers try to be killed within the last hours of that incident taking place. What would you do?
Commissioner Shea, that is a good question. I think what people have to decide is whether those officers could have backed up, which brings me to the subject of de-escalation. We've seen some of your officers take a knee, walk in solidarity with protesters. Could that be part of a broader plan to lower the temperature here in the city and nationwide?
Yeah, and that's a great question, and I've seen reports of that nationwide, and it's a beautiful thing. It's happening here. Again, it's not always reported, but we stand in solidarity with people that tarnish the law enforcement shield and profession. I think it's a healthy thing. It's clearly not enough here that people came out immediately and denounced what was on that video. People want accountability, but I think we all know it's not just about that incident. It's a greater issue that really transcends New York City. Certainly New York City is a part of it in the frustration. But that's, I think you hit it on the head, that it's together. We're a minority-majority department, but it shouldn't be about ethnicity here. Everyone are human beings, and seeing each other and hearing each other and coming from individual places, but we should stand together and we should say what's right. And we are walking with protesters. We are showing solidarity with them. And we just urge everyone, peaceful protests, let's enact change. Let's hold everyone, whether it's law enforcement, elected officials, accountable.
So Commissioner, you mentioned the national problem. It's bigger than this one incident. It's bigger than the death of George Floyd. So let me put it to you plainly. Why do black men continue to die in this country at the hands of police at a much greater rate than white men or Latino men?
And I wish I had the answer for that. And I think it's a broader question. But I think it's something
Would you call it systemic
law enforcement
racism?
Is aware of. Would I call it systemic racism? I would call it something that we all have to acknowledge. I think we do. It's something that we all would have to work together to fix. And I don't think it's just about law enforcement. I think it speaks to a long history in this country. I think it speaks to pervasive problems in this country. When you think about disproportionate, whether it's income or incarceration rates, that go well beyond one police department or law enforcement in particular. And I think it's something that all of us are going to have to continue to work towards so that everyone feels that they have that equal shot and equality.
Yeah. Commissioner Dermot Shea, thank you very much. The question is going to be, what is that something? And if we can't name it, how do we fix it? I appreciate your time this morning, and good luck to you and your officers in the days ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you.